Okay, boys and girls. Hi, everyone. So, I am super excited today to read this book, White Snow, Bright Snow. It's one of my favorite childhood books that I have ever read. So, I'm super excited to share this today with you. And so, we're going to go ahead and get started. Look at all the winter snow. Okay. Here we go. The postman said it looked like snow. The farmer said it smelled like snow. The policeman said it felt like snow. And his wife said her big toe hurt. And that always meant snow. Look at all of this. Do you guys ever see anything like this? When it's snowing outside, you see people working outside in the snow? Right? Even the rabbits knew it and scurried around in the dead leaves, while the children watched the low gray sky, waiting for the first snowflake to fall. Then, just when no one was looking, it came. 1 flake, 2 flake, 5, 8, 10, and suddenly the air was filled with soft, powdery snowflakes, whispering quietly as they sifted down. Now, have you guys been able to ever hear snow? Do you guys ever hear it outside? Like sometimes we can hear rain, right? But we can't really hear snow. It just looks so pretty, right? Based on the pictures and all of this, right? The postman put on his rubbers. The farmer went to the barn for a snow shovel. The policeman buttoned up his coat. His wife made sure she had enough cough mixture in the medicine cabinet. Look at all of this. Look at that. But the children laughed and danced, trying to catch the lacy snowflakes on their tongues, while the rabbits hid in the warm burrows under the ground. Look at that. Do you guys ever play in the snow like this? You guys ever try? Some maybe? I know I used to all the time as a child, right? Faster and faster came the tiny snowflakes, and the brown earth turned white. Fields and stone, walls, roads, and gutters, lawns, and sidewalks all were buried under the soft white snow. It covered the roofs of houses and piled on top of chimneys. It filled the cold tree branches with great white blossoms, and when night came, icy cold snowflakes sparkled in the light of the street lamps. Do you guys ever look outside when it snows at night and see how pretty it can actually be? Right? Look at all that. It's so pretty. I love snow. Do you guys like the snow? What's one thing you do in the snow? Right? So let's think about that. Like, what can be one thing that you do when it's snowing outside? You guys can go for sleigh riding, right? You can go try to find snowflakes, just like these kids have been trying to do. You can go snow tubing. There's a lot you can do. You drink hot chocolate when you come inside. The postman slipped and fell into the snowbank. The farmer dug a path from his house to the barn. The policeman got his feet wet and had to soak them in a tub of hot water. His wife put a mustard plaster on his chest so he wouldn't catch a cold. Look at that. Helping each other out, right? Sometimes we need that. The rabbits stirred in their sleep, deep in their warm burrows under the ground, under the snow. And the children dreamed of snow houses and snowmen as they slept in their snug beds under the rooftops under the snow. Silently, the frost made pictures of ice ferns on the window panes. Then, without a sound, just when everybody was asleep, the snow stopped and bright stars filled the night. In the morning, a clear blue sky was overhead and blue shadows hid in all the corners. Automobiles looked like big fat raisins buried in snowdrifts. Houses crouched together, their windows peeking out from under great white eyebrows. Even the church steeple wore a painted cap on its top. Look at how pretty that is. That was a lot of words, wasn't it? Yeah, let's think. Sometimes when it's snowing, is it mostly going to be... Is the snow going to be a lot when it sometimes can snow a lot, right? When you're asleep. Look at all of this snow. That looks like so much fun to play in, right? I would love to go sledding right now, right? We just finished up winter. Now we're in the We're coming into spring. The postman put away his rubbers and took his high boots. The farmer milked his cows in a barn filled with bright snow light. The policeman had a chill and stayed in bed. His wife sat in a rocker and knitted a long woolen scarf for him. Look at that. Everyone's getting ready to go back into the snow. Do you guys like to go back outside when it's snowing? Sometimes, maybe a little bit. The rabbits hopped about as best they could, making long, funny rabbit tracks in the soft snow. The children made a snowman, a snow house, a snow fort, and then had a snowball fight. Look at that. So, as we've been talking about, so these kids they made a snow fort. Have you guys ever made a snow fort before? They had a snowball fight. Has anyone ever had a snowball fight before? Did you win? Let's see. What else did they do? They built a snowman. That looks like a very big snowman, doesn't it? I wish I was never good at making snowmen. Were you guys good at making snowmen? Because I am not good at making snowmen. And what else did they do? They made a snow house. I wish I could live in a snow house. Wouldn't that be so fun? I would love to live. Would you guys like to live in a snow house? Well, what do you guys think? Do you think you would like to live in a snow house? The wind pushed light puffs of white from the branches, while the melting snow on rooftops drip, drip, dripped into long, shiny icicles. Each day, the sun grew stronger, and the snow melted. Big patches of soft, muddy ground showed through the snow in the fields. The sound of dripping, running water, and the smell of wet brown earth filled the warm air. Now the branches were bare again, and gray pussy willows pushed out of their brown shells. Fence posts lost their dunce caps. The snowman's arms dropped off, and the running water gurgled in gutters and rain pipes. Do you guys ever, so like we see here, this is the snow that is melting. So whenever we see snow melting, we know that, the snow is not happening anymore, right? That now going to turn into somewhat of spring. So just as we see here, so look how, they worked so hard on this snowman, and now what happened to him? What happened to that snowman that's right there? Look at that. The sun is out again, and all the snow is starting to go away. Isn't that very sad? Because I love winter, and it's sad to see it go away, right? The postman slowly delivered his mail so he could enjoy the bright sunshine. The farmer let his cows out in the barnyard for the first time since winter began. The policeman's cold was better. He swung his club in the air as he walked in the park. His wife dug around under the lilac bush, looking for the snowdrops and the crocuses that grew there, while the rabbits spent all of their time hopping about in the warm world above the ground. You look at that. Everyone's going back to work. Everyone's doing all of that, right? What is your favorite thing to do when it stops snowing and you're able to go enjoy the sunshine? What is your favorite thing to do? What do you think? Do you guys think? I know for me, I love to just go to the playground, go have a whole bunch of fun times there. I know that's one of my favorite things to do. Let's do. And the children watched for the first robin to tell them spring had really come. Look at that. Would you look at that? They're all, look at the robins trying to tell them that spring is actually here. So I would like you, boys and girls, to think of something that you like to do when it's snowing outside and something you like to do when it is not snowing outside. So I know for me, one thing I love to do when it's snowing outside is I love to curl up and drink some hot chocolate. I love to also go sleigh riding with my sister, my whole family. But when it's not snowing outside, I love to go to playgrounds. I love to go do all of that fun stuff that you aren't able to do. So I hope you guys had really enjoyed this book. I know I did. And it's such a good interpretation of how the snow can really affect people, right? Because that's definitely interesting. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!